within me, bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, forget not all his benefits. He forgives all your sin, he heals all your brokenness. He redeems your life from the pit, crowns you with mercy, crowns you with love. Slow to anger, rich in love, his compassion rises like the sun from the heavens high above. Great is his love for everyone. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, every heart be given him praise. As far as the east from the west, he has carried my sins away. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, let his mercy cover the night. From everlasting to everlasting, his kingdom rules in light. Justice for all who are oppressed. He made his ways known to Moses, his acts to the children of Israel. As a father has compassion on the children that he loves, so the Lord shows compassion to the ones who fear his name. He remembers our days are like the grass, but his mercy never fades, his faithfulness will last. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, every heart be given him praise. As far as the east from the west, he has carried my sins away. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, let his mercy cover the night. From everlasting to everlasting, his kingdom rules in light.
I will sing of mercy and justice. To you, O Lord, I'll make my song. I'll walk within my house with honor and keep my heart from doing wrong. I will say no wicked thing before my eyes are in my way. The proud will not endure with me. Truth and love will light my day. I'll stand in faith, I'll stand in grace, in purity before your face. I'll guard my steps, I'll guard my gate. My heart and soul will celebrate. I will sing of your mercy, I will dance to your justice, in the rhythm of your glory. My heart beats in your promise. I will walk justice flows like ocean waves. Your truth forever stays. Lord, how many rise against me? Many say there's no help, but you are my shield, the lifter of my head. I cry aloud, you answer me from your holy hill. You set me free. I lie down and I wake. You sustain my soul. Though 10,000 surround, I will not fall. You lift my head, you lift my head. No fear in the night, no dread. You lift my head, you lift my head. Salvation rises instead. Arise, oh Lord, strike down the foe. Deliverance belongs to you. Your blessings overflow. I will not fear their words, nor the strength they show. You surround my life, your mercy overflows. You lift my head, you lift my head. No fear in the night, no dread. You lift my head, you lift my head. Salvation rises instead. I cried, you answered. I slept, I rose. You sustain my soul.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Welcome to Friday, and welcome to the drop. Welcome to the drop. The drop has officially happened. It's the end. I don't know about that, but we'll see. We're gonna go over everything here in a second. We'll get here started, and we'll open in prayer and rock and roll. Let me get a little bit of music. Good morning. Yeah, the drop. The drop has commenced. How long will we free fall? I don't know. Let's get a little bit of music here. Do we want some pump or do we want some chill? Let's go chill. All right, we'll go chill. All right, so there is I don't even know what's happening. Trump spoke last night. I did not get a chance to listen to the whole thing. So I think it's going to be important that I listen to it. I just wasn't able to listen to it beforehand. I was busy with family commitments. Did anybody else watch that? Anybody? Anybody watch Trump speak? I think it's going to be important. I might see if I can get the short of it. What did Trump talk about last night? Give me the highlights. So he talked about elections. Is that what he talked about the whole time? All right, so London low's probably going to be tagged here. I'm seeing a continuation to the downside. Honestly, if we could, here's how I would like to participate. I've had a chance to kind of preview the market. If we can get back up to this fair value gap and also this breaker, this 5-minute breaker, I would like to look at going short. So that's what I'm looking at right now, is for price to kind of reclaim some of its losses here, as if it's going to go higher. I'd like to see some resistance here and then look at taking a short there. I don't know how long it's going to take for that to happen, but that's kind of the idea here this morning. And what are we targeting? We're targeting the monthly fair value gap. It's the obvious level, and that's what I'm going to participate in taking. Yeah. Okay. I'll have to watch it. My dad even texted me this morning. He's like, if you didn't watch Trump's thing, you need to watch it. It's like, okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. All right. Market's open. Let's go ahead, open in prayer. Lord, thank you for the week. Thank you for your leadership. Lord, we trust you. And we believe you are directing our steps. Father, give us the grace to refrain from emotional trading, from emotional impulses. Give us the strength, because you have given us, you've already given it to us. And so we choose to walk in that, Father. May your name be magnified in everything that I say and do. In Jesus' name. And everyone said, amen. All right, I got everything set up here. All right. So the question is are we going to reach that level here today? On a Friday, do we reach it? So from a monthly perspective, we've already reached it on ES. Oh, that's silver. We have not reached it on ES. We're really far away from that. If we want to pump past this, that's fine. Go higher. I don't care. But if we can stay heavy under here, we're looking at this monthly level. That's what I would like to target. All right, so there is London low. We're so close to that level that it's probably just going to run. Sorry, I need to check out here. Do you guys want to try to go short here at 9:30 and see if we can hit London low or hit previous month low? As I think it might actually do that here. Or it's going to do it right now. Oh, my chart's wrong. Here we go. All right, we are. All right, I've been thinking. Okay, first off, we're gonna do a giveaway. We're gonna give away some accounts here today, so stick around for that. But I've been thinking. My posture has been, we're close to all-time highs, and to never fight against all-time highs. All the losses that I've had, including yesterday's, which I was up 100 points, was a result of us making lower highs and refusing to make higher highs. And that really started here, July 2nd. And this is where, no, it wasn't here. It was about here that I really started, yeah. Where I really started having my issues with my trading was right in here. And because I trade based off of liquidity, we were getting very little liquidity sweep options. Lower time frame ones, which we had some scalps in there, but for the big trade that I want, we were just having issues with it. So, the lesson here is, as you are in the market longer and as you mature with the different market conditions, you begin to recognize the market conditions. This is not my first, but I've only had a small handful of experiences where we've really seen consolidation. One is here, the other was here, and I remember struggling right here. I really do. So it's being able to recognize the differences of markets that we're in and being able to quickly adapt. That is really what I'm taking away, is being able to adapt. So what are we looking at here? Well, we ran the monthly market, monthly low. We hit the monthly fair value gap. So I anticipate we're going to get some form of reaction. I'm going to look for a long in here. temporarily. I'm not looking for a big long. I'm looking for a small long. Now, if we can't get above London high, then I'm going to stay heavy. It's a if then this type statements. So we're showing that we're moving lower. I'm going to continue to play in that move. We're already down 1.5% from on the day for the Nasdaq. So that's usually the precursor to a potential trend day. And this would be a trending lower type situation onto a Friday. How much lower? Really, I'm looking at staying inside of this monthly fair value gap. But if we look left, we have, let's jump up to the 4 hour. We have these 4 hour fair value gaps here, which, and let's go to the daily. Let's see if there's one better on the daily. All right, so we just are tagging into a daily, and then there's another daily down here. Then we have the order block. So I think we might see price, not necessarily today, but this is a daily order block. And then it's overlapping with a daily fair value gap. And we got to include the volume imbalances above and below it. Okay. So ultimately, I think price is probably going to end up here. And we'll see if it can survive after that. Not today, not necessarily today, but I think that's really where we could end up. Now, what are we dealing with right now? I'm going to look for shorts. I mean, we have a volume imbalance right here. We're inside another daily fair value gap here in the upper half of the monthly. So that's the daily there. We just got a lot of large candles. And so what's usually met with large bullish candles is typically large bearish candles. So we don't necessarily have a target in mind down here unless we've already hit the target. And that could be a real thing. Okay? That could be a real thing. The first time we hit the weekly fair value gap was here. And we dipped roughly 100 points into it. The second time we hit the weekly, we dipped halfway through it. So the question is, are we going to do something similar to that? What I think we probably need to do is we need to mark out this monthly. And we need to do quarters and eighths probably. So we're going to see if it stays in the upper quadrant of the monthly fair value gap. From a monthly perspective, from a 4 hour perspective, we swept this high into that 4 hour fair value gap that's sitting right there. Just by a tick. Do I still review your each trade? Do I still review my trades that I take? As in, like, do I personally do it, or do I do that with you guys? Just clarify for me. For me personally, I review all my trades. Now, the ones I probably don't review as much are the ones that I probably tilted on, if I tilted, because I know I went on tilt and I didn't. Kay, yes, we can do affirmations. I feel like I've gotten out of the habit of it. I apologize. It's that important that I should be doing it. But when you've been doing something, let's see. I think I might consider a small scalp long here. We're going to that swing high right there. It's also the monthly previous. It's also the monthly level. All right, I'm going to take that. It did sweep the high. So there's a small little scalp for, this is the model that I teach all the time right here. This is the 30-day model, and it works very, very nicely most of the time. I did a trade yesterday on it for an example video, and it's like once you can recognize it, it's like a guaranteed win. Sometimes they go very quickly, like that one. So that was a 20-point trade right there. No, it was 30. That was a 30-point trade right there. 30 points just like that. But like I said, I'm looking for more shorts unless we can really get up here to see displacement. Now, what we can look for is a failure swing right here. If this can turn into a failure swing, this is a breaker. That technically would be an entry right there for a long. Now, I'm not going to take that because of two reasons. Number one, we're at the previous month level right there. We also have a London low and our swing low from the weekly time frame right here. There's resistance above us. I need to see us get through that resistance and a willingness to move higher. Okay? If we can get that and we can get above here, I will consider taking longs. But why wouldn't I go long unless we get here? Because we've been making lower highs. I need to see a willingness to get above this. Okay? Until then, we could try to take, you could take a long here and try to do a small scalp, but I would rather look at a breaker at 930. It would be nice if we could get up here for a breaker to the downside. Those are all options. But we took this small little scalp right here. That's enough for me to wait for something a little bit more substantial as far as where the liquidity points are. I don't have those right now. I'm playing these small liquidity points. Yeah, let's make it priority. We're gonna make it priority. We're gonna have a good one here this morning for a daily affirmation. And we'll do a giveaway. So we'll do the affirmation, then the giveaway. So you stick around for both. And to be honest with you, sometimes I'm just more comfortable with quick shorts, quick longs, get in, get out, take a small chunk of it and just be content. I've built my success on that. I've really have pushed for longer trades, holding longer. And Well, we saw what happened yesterday. It happened probably 2 or 3 times this week. It's been a rough one. It's been rough. Base hits are good. Yeah, be content. Yeah, and I did, just FYI, I did take a pre-market trade this morning. I traded down into this. I really wanted to see this fair value gap right here. When we stopped there, when we resisted this fair value gap multiple times, I went short here into this fair value gap and sold. So I took a trade right here, anticipating we were going to hit this fair value gap and then go up to here. We didn't. We went up a little bit and then kept going lower. But do you see how we keep making lower highs here? This is what I'm talking about. I don't want to try to fight the downtrend. What's up? And do you see how easy it was in this trade? It's like, it's not in that consolidating phase. And it's like, I took one trade, I took another trade, and now I'm up $230 on each of my accounts. I mean, it's literally, it can be that easy, but it's waiting for the clarity of the condition of the market that I need to just get better at. The higher time frame trends or consolidations, because they're so far and few between, sometimes you miss those, and it takes longer for that to be developed into your database of knowledge as a trader on, oh yeah, I've seen this before. I need to make sure I don't do this, don't do this. I need to adjust my strategy to do A, B, and C. And that's really where, for me as a trader, still 4 years in, I mean, I'm still working on that. I've watched so many videos of content creators, even from my own mentor, ICT is who I would call my trading mentor. It can take 10 years. 10 years you'll be growing as a trader. All right, so there's a tag of 930 and the breaker. We got 5 minutes till. I'm not going to go short in this strength. We're going to see if we hold. And if we hold, then we can look for an opportunity to go short. But if we're going to push right past it, we'll look at this first presented fair value gap. And then do we get above here? And it might. I'm done trying to fight it. Yesterday was very disappointing. But it's part of the learning process, part of the journey. Some of my favorite trades: V-shape recovery from the opening range breakout. Yeah, so the opening range breakout would be from our high and low. Do you do it on the 15-minute? This would be our opening range breakout. This would be our opening range, if that's what he's referring to. So if you can get above here, that is the same thing that I'd be looking for. Except I wouldn't be taking it on just the breakthrough of that. I'd be looking for a retest and it for either this fair value gap here or the retest here, which would be a breaker to then go long. And where would we go long to? Well, London low has now equal highs here. Midnight open is completely untagged. So that's nice. That would be attractive if it really wants to do some of that and leave a wick. This is where we find out how heavy we really are, okay? Let me show you, okay? From a daily perspective, okay? If we dip down into the monthly fair value gap like we did, we've done it, 10 minutes into the opening bell. We were there. Okay? If we are going to have that green explosion higher, what is that going to potentially leave us by the end of the day? It could leave us a very large wick. If we close above the previous week low, we are not as heavy as I thought we may have been. Next week, we could reach up into this daily fair value gap and then move lower. Or we could reach up into the daily fair value gap and then inverse it and go back right into the range, just dipping down into here temporarily. All of those can be real options. We'll have to wait and see. All right, 10 o'clock is just about here. We were pushing through it. So this does look like it's going to go this way. We will find a way to participate in it if we can get up here. So that's what I'm looking for. Here's what you can expect. We're going to hit this breaker, and then we could retrace back down to here to then go higher. We could take a reaction trade from this breaker and take a scalp for 20, 30, 40 points. And then look for support here to then go long. So do you see how we just put together a plan and then you execute on that plan? If this, then that. All right, so there is the fair value gap on the 15-minute chart. We see this breaker right here. Let's see if we can reach that and then how we want to respond. What is the best trading platform for Canadian? I would say I like Tradevate. It also depends if you're trading cash or if you're, oh, look at that. Look at that. Right there. Look at that explosion. All right. So that is a clear sign of where we're going. Okay. So what I would be saying is this breaker is now irrelevant because of how we went through there. Unless, actually, watch this. Let's anchor this right on that low bodied candle and watch this. Okay. See that? I'm going to take, I'm going to see if we want to have a small reaction here just with one contract. And us move back lower here. Hitting that breaker, stopping right at it. I'm going to see if we can get a reaction back down around to 687. Or somewhere around here. We'll go there. And if we push right through this and continue, then we'll just close the position. I'm letting it give its wick in case it wants to come back down. So I have to wait 30 seconds. And it's staying strong, so I am gonna set my stop right at that high. Whoops. Alright, closing it there. It didn't give me the reaction I wanted, so I closed the position. So I'm not going to take a long without any type of retracement. We haven't really gotten a tracement. We did get a little dip into here, but that's not what I wanted to see. I wanted to see it come back down to these levels here. Yeah, see that wick? Let me go to the 5-minute here. See what it reached into? It reached into the first inversion of this. I should have marked that. Right there. All right, just give it a minute here. Let's see if we want to continue lower here. Iron beam? I haven't heard of that. London high is pretty close. I think I wouldn't want to try to hit that right now. All right, let me finish up my affirmation. Why is TradingView down? Is it still down? All right, so new 5-minute candle. Probably going to run this high here. All right, so I think we're going to go to the midnight open. It's going to be your call on how you feel about reaching for that. Because it might not retrace at all. And if it doesn't, it's just going to go straight to there, but it also could give us a form of retracement. And I would prefer to wait for that retracement. All right, I'm almost done with the affirmation for today. What's up, trader? How you doing? Why is it taking so long? Yeah, that was a big move. Let's see where we end here. And 15-minute here is going to close in 50 seconds. Excuse me. I'm gonna watch it. I like to watch the World Cup. I am rooting for Messi. I'm just waiting for the affirmation. I have some help with some tools here, and I'm just waiting for that to be done here. So we can count this as a retracement. And is there a 1 minute long here? Not really. Not really. Not a 1 minute inversion to the upside. So let's be patient. I'm going to look at midnight open as being a potential area of interest. But I need to see some bodies not look like this, because that looks like a peaking candle. We can wait for the 15-minute candle to close and then see if it wants to dip back into here. Sweep of liquidity. So if it wants to give us a small higher high here and then move lower, I would run that down to this 5 minute. Is that a 5 minute? Yeah, right there. I have not seen the picture, no. What is OPEX? I don't know what that is, Kyle. I don't know who L.A. Lamal. I don't know who that is. Truthfully. All right, let's see how this candle right here closes. Do we leave a wick or are we close strong? I would love for it to leave a wick. That's a good sign right there. That's what I want to see. Because I don't want it to run here yet, but I mean, it most certainly could. All right, while we're waiting here, let's do our affirmation. Today's based on Matthew 7, verse 9 through 11. Okay? All right, so for those that don't know, I typically and have consistently, except for the past probably 2 weeks, like to do a daily affirmation to help refocus our minds, give us priority, reevaluate what our priorities are, and help us center ourselves not just in some fleeting thing. Day trading, that's fleeting. So today's affirmation is going to be based on Matthew chapter 7. So it says, "My Father gives good gifts. He does not give stones when I ask for bread. In trading, he gives me wisdom, direction, and provision. I will not strive like an orphan or trade from fear. I trust his hand, follow his lead, and grow with confidence." What does this mean? What does this mean? If you feel, sometimes you have to Trust that he's actually directing your steps. This doesn't feel right, even though I want to take the trade. Okay. Trust that the Lord is leading you. Maybe it plays out where you thought it was going to go. But there is a place of walking in step with him that takes time. It takes, just like with trading, learning to hear his voice takes time. And learning and starting from a foundation that he gives good gifts, that he cares about you, what you care about, your interests, and that he wants the very best from you, for you. This is important to have that as a starting place. So, I will not strive like an orphan or trade from fear. I trust his hand, follow his lead, and grow in confidence. In Jesus' name, amen. No, I don't trade any different for option expires. You bet, John. All right, so either we find support here and move this direction, or if we break this, we can move down to here. So that's your call. And where you think that's going to go. Okay. Whoops. $10.26. We got $10.30 coming up. We'll see what happens here. We're kind of in between macros. Awesome. Way to go, Scott. Congrats. Way to go. Time for the big candle. Which direction? We'll do the giveaway here after probably 11. We're looking for some form of trade. We're in a form of consolidation. So unless you got in right here at this low, this consolidation isn't fun to be a part of. With these wicks here, I wouldn't surprise me if we go down to the 15 minute. So if we inverse this, I'll take a short. I'll take a short down to that 15 minute. Even give it to us. Be based on 15 minute candle here. It's going to close here in 15 seconds. And so we'll have a brand new 15 minute candle. And that's where we can look at it reaching these levels. This might require a small premature entry. Don't know if I want to do that. I want to keep a tight stop here. I think I'm going to take the entry and watch and see if it closes. If it gives that wick, then I'm just going to close it. If we don't give it, oh, we're not going to get it. I'm going to close. We didn't get it. It gave us the wick right here and it did not close below it. So I entried that just to see if it would give it to us, and it didn't. So stay out. Call that a connecting flight. I missed the connecting flight. It's true. It's true. All right, we're going to try this again. There's our close. Looking for the 15-minute fair value gap right here. Position would close if we close back above that. All right, one contract sold there. See if we can get one more push. All right, I'm gonna close there. All right, so there's the tag of the 15-minute fair value gap. Why did we take that? We had wicks going up here that just failed, and then we had a large 15-minute fair value gap that was created as a result from this massive push. So what does price like to do? Price likes to come back down, rebalance these areas, and then look at potentially hitting this area. So what can we do? I don't want to go long here because this area is just too large, right? That's 100 points. So either we run down to this 5-minute wick down here and I would take my long here, or if we're not going to do that, I need to see strength to take back this inversion and create an order block here to go long. At the same time, giving us a fair value gap. If it gives us a fair value gap dip into it, we could potentially take that entry. We have made a low, high, lower low for breaker, so moving here could give us that long. And we could react pretty aggressively here. I just don't know if I want to take that, considering I just took a trade here. Did it hit that? It did. It hit this 1-minute fair value gap right there. Hit an order block too. We're at 34. I'm gonna wait till 10:45 and see if it's posturing right now, and then at 10:45, 10:50 we get more clarity on the pump higher. But I don't want to take it right now because I think if it starts going now, it can go without me. That's fine. Here's the inversion. It's going to close here in 20 seconds. Looks like if there's a 2-minute. 2-minute looks a little bit better. 2-minute is right here. Whew, that looks good. Too high. Too much risk. That inversion is right here. But you see how aggressive it's moving? I wish I could be a part of that. I'm just not liking. I don't like the time. I feel like how aggressive this is. It's only 10:36. I feel like it's faking it. Gonna come back down here, do its thing, and then as we get closer to 11, then it goes. I've been wrong. I've been wrong. We're gonna give away a couple Apex and a couple take profit trader accounts. I'll be right back. No, Apex does not require that. What's my prayer life like? I don't know how you want me to answer that. I spend time with the Lord. I talk with the Lord. I always feel at times that I could spend more time with Him. I love to run, listen to worship music, and talk to Him while I'm running. I enjoy sunrises and sunsets. All right. I'm watching here. If we find support inside this, I might consider a long. But we might also run this low. I don't want to take a short inside of the 15-minute that we already grabbed. So I would honestly look for support to move back up. $43. I'm going to take a small long right here. My risk is if we close below this. So that's where I'm going to set my stop. It's going to be there. See if we can turn around here and give it a little bit of a pushback. Hard stop is there. Target is 910. We got a new 15-minute candle now. I probably need to put it, what is this candle, 34? Probably need to put it at the low of candle 1 of the fair value gap. That would be the appropriate spot. So we'll let that play out. 34 for 97. That's not bad. No, I don't trade gold. This will probably be my last trade for the day. And then once we do this, we'll look at doing our giveaway. Yeah, we got plenty of time on that. And yeah, I see what you're talking about. All right, we'll see if we get stopped out here. Yeah, I'm gonna get stopped out. Am I showing you guys the trade? Okay, good. I showed you the trade. All right, I'm gonna be done. I don't want to go back to red. We will do the giveaway here. Ah, look at that. Nice little sweep there. See if it gives a push, if it goes in the direction that I wanted. All right, let me get the giveaways. All right. Go ahead and make a comment if you'd like to be in the giveaway. Your comment will automatically enroll you for the giveaway here. We have 100 people in here, so once we get 50 people, making a comment, we will do the giveaway. All right, 10 minutes till the end of the market, or till the top of the hour. How do you enter? You make a comment. So you're entered into the giveaway. We'll give a couple minutes here. Let people make their comment and get ready. We're waiting for about 50 people to be in the giveaway here. Almost there. Almost there. Feel like all right, let's do the first. Oh, wait, we are still waiting on, I need one more comment. One more for somebody that has not been a part of it. Just make a quick comment if you haven't yet, so you can be a part of the giveaway. There we go. All right, let's do our first one. Here we go. First winner is Z-Man. Hey, Z-Man. Let me know what country you're in and that you're here. You just got to make a comment. Let me know that you're here. US. All right. Perfect. Let's do another one. Next winner is Josiah. Josiah, I need you to make a comment. Let me know that you're here. Okay, I need to know what country you're in. What country are you in, Josiah? US. All right, congrats. All right, and these are for Apex. So if you're winning, this is for Apex. The last winner for Apex is Alan. Alan 672. Are you here? And then we're gonna do two accounts for a 50K take profit trader. And then I'm gonna give you instructions. So once you win, I'll give you instructions. Heck yeah, thank you, USA, congrats. All right, there you go. All right, the next two winners are going to be for Take Profit Trader accounts, and the first winner is Grateful to Bree. Or Grateful Bree. Let me know you're here. Congrats. I'm waiting. You gotta let me know you're here. Thank you, USA. All right, last winner here is Money C. Moni C. Are you here? And what country are you in? And then I'm going to give you all an email address. You have to email me. Yes, from Florida. All right, everybody's here in the United States. Crazy. Here we go. All right, that right there, you need to email me. If you're a winner, you have to email me that you're a winner. For Take Profit Trader winners, listen carefully. For Take Profit Trader winners, you need to register an account with them before I send them your email. So first thing you need to do is go register on their site and then send me an email so I can give them the winners. For Apex, you just send me an email. I'm going to give you a discount code that's going to give you a free account with them. With that, guys, that is going to be the end of our week. I am grateful to end this week, to be honest with you. It has been a very difficult week mentally. It's been a challenging week following rules and being disciplined because of how the market has treated me as of late. So looking forward to get into the next week, but going to be disciplined, follow the plan, follow the rules, and get into next week. So God bless. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and we will see you all next week.